Hi, I'm Melanie. Today I'm building kit PC54 from Parkside. It's a BR Diagram 109 riveted body 16-ton mineral wagon. I picked this kit as it's relatively simple and a good starter kit. The newest version of the kit from PECO comes with Romford wheels, 2mm top hat bearings and water slide transfers for the 1950s and 60s. When building rolling stock, it's always a good idea to look at some real life examples. Pick one and base your model on it. Paul Bartlett has a great website with many photos. I'll post a link below. This wagon was built with both a pressed steel end door and a constructed end door. Choose the one appropriate to the wagon you are modelling. I'm using the pressed steel end. Although the kit comes with buffers, I always use white metal buffers as they are more robust. Lanarkshire model and supplies have many different buffer types available. These wagons tended to have 1 foot 6 inch ribbed buffers with a 13-inch head. They came with both 2 and 4 rib versions. I chose 2 rib buffers. So the first thing I do is remove the existing buffer mouldings and smooth them off. Before removing them, I drill a pilot hole for the later 2mm hole required by the buffers. always prepare and test fit parts before I glue them. This model has moulding marks which should be removed carefully without destroying the rivet detail. The end door goes at the end of the side with the extra bracing. Together in pairs and use a small engineer's square to make sure they're true. I leave sufficient time between joining parts for them to set. I am continually checking alignment and making sure things are straight. I fix a pair of sides to the floor, let that set, then fix the other two sides. Small paintbrush to apply the glue, capillary action will draw it into the joint where it will melt and weld the plastic together. Once it's all set, I mask the base so that I can prime and paint the body. I use Halford's grey plastic primer. It is an acrylic which gives a great base for the colour coat. I use Railmatch number 1322 Early Freight Grey enamel. Spray the model in a well-ventilated area with suitable protection, especially when spraying enamels which are nasty. Leave sufficient time between coats. I did this over a couple of days. The wheels come with brass 2mm top hat bearings because they look like a little top hat. These need to go into 2mm holes in the axle boxes. I check the fit and open out the holes if necessary. A touch of plastic weld will hold them in. Once dry, I remove the sole bars. There is a cross brace between the axle boxes, but as these wagons only had handbrakes on one side, they were not fitted, so I'll remove them. I fixed one of the sole bars to the body. How to fit the other sole bar and wheels. Since I've been thinking that at some point I may build an EM gauge layout, I want to be able to fit EM gauge wheel sets in the future. So I have a set of EM gauge wheels that I use when building models. This means that brakes are fitted in the correct place for them. It also means that they're slightly out of alignment for 00 gauge wheels, but since it's only 0.75mm, I'm not too worried. Brakes only go on one side. Use a diagram and photographs to ensure you pick the right set of brakes and put them on the right side. Turning the wagon the right way up may get things right in your head, it does in mine. Make sure you have the wagon the right way around. And make sure you pick the correct brakes. When the wagon is upside down, have the end door to the right. The brakes then fit on the side nearest you. Brakes are Morton brakes. This means that the brake lever on one side has a cam, but the one on the other does not. The cam is an extra little blob at the end of the brake lever arm. Double check to make sure you're fitting the correct lever to the correct side. The lever with the cam goes on the opposite side to the brakes. Since the brake lever has to bend to fit correctly, I fit it to the middle first, let the glue set, then glue the ends later. I drill out the holes for the buffers using a 2mm drill bit and fit the buffers using super glue. You'll notice that the wagon now has magically a constructed end door. This is because I filmed this in sections and the first set of footage up to this point was useless, so I had to reshoot it with a second kit. To make them different, I built the second one with a pressed steel door. I also fit white metal coupling hooks, also from Lanarkshire Model and Supplies. The door springs stop the doors slamming against the underframe when let drop. They are supposed to have an S-shaped profile. The easiest way to achieve this is to use some plastic weld type glue on the rear of the spring. When the plastic is soft, shape it and then fit it to the model when set. Now I use some 1mm plastic rod to simulate some of the brake rigging. I paint the undercarriage in semi-matte black acrylic. Some wagons had the buffer beams and buffers painted black, some had them in body colour. My first wagon has black buffer beams and the second body colour ones. Finally, I spray some of the body colour into the lid of the spray can and use it to touch up parts of the body which need repainting. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring the bell for notifications and to subscribe.